War Darth Mod USA campaign, and this, my friends, how we left it last time, where we are conducting our anti-partisan operation here in Denmark, trying to clear out here these marauding, roaming sort of German forces that have really tied down an army group here in Denmark. Now, we have to remove these German units, these German armies from Denmark to allow us to do two things. The first, to replenish and repair the buildings. You can see here, many of the buildings here are on fire. They've been taking some damage. They've been raided here. And secondly, to allow us to move this army group up to the border there. Just across the border here from Denmark is Berlin. It really is our next goal here. Many of you said, Matt, you must try and hit Berlin here to draw off as many of the German forces you can away from Warsaw, which once again, my friends, is slowly but surely being surrounded by not only German forces but Austrian forces as well. And we also must send a message to the populace as well that we will protect them. Remember, this now is under US jurisdiction, Denmark. It is a US territory. We have to defend the populace here. We have to send out that message to the population that they will not be harmed whilst they're under our protection. And up to now, we haven't done a very good job in Denmark. So we have to make sure we take this fight now. As you can see, we are up against a formidable foe. We are up against a formidable foe. Let's not be under any illusions here how difficult this fight will be, but it could be the fight that finally decides the sort of the Danish question, shall we say. Now, as you can see, they are absolutely packed to the rafters here with artillery. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a problem for us in terms of the immediate impact here. Now, probably the finest they have here is this 12-pounder here, this artillery regiment here. That will probably give us the most problems, and of course, we should not underestimate the 3-pounders. They've got plenty of 3-pounders. It's not the quality, but the quantity of artillery they have. That could pose a problem for us. They are also well versed here in cavalry. As you can see, they've got equal, if not more, cavalry than we have. So it's going to be a bit of a stalemate there in terms of that. But we are loaded with 4 24-pounders here. They don't have that range that these do at the moment. As you can see, but that doesn't mean that we can't deal with these. We can, but we have got a lot of cavalry to deal with as well. So if they come for us, we of course have to be prepared. What they lack, though, what they have in artillery and in cavalry, they lack in infantry. They lack the troops. They've only got 4 regiments of troops, and as you can see here, we've got 5 regiments here of horse. But 6 regiments of horse, I beg your pardon, my friends, but also we have plenty of artillery. That is in our favour. And also, we've also got the remnants here, the remainder of this army group as well. As you can see, not fully replenished. They have taken a little bit of damage in the previous fight to remove that one German army that was on the coast. They were eradicated, but of course we haven't quite had time to sort of put ourselves in firm position here. But as you can see, some of these regiments have taken a little bit of a beating here. They're not quite where they should be. Some of them are still replenishing, particularly these 2 here, but the rest are in good order. And also, again, we do also have, let's quickly just check out this army here as well before we go any further. And actually, yeah, we've got this 1 regiment here again, which has not, this cavalry regiment here, that's not been fully replenished. All the rest of the army, though, however, is in good standing order, good fighting order. And once again, we have to be prepared here to absolutely launch in. I think what we will try and do is put our cavalry in first, followed by, I think, and we're just taking this one here. So actually, that's looking pretty good here. I think we'll just do that, and indeed for this army as well, we'll just lower the priority here of the cannon. We do need to move in the cavalry, because the cavalry is that mobility does allow us here to give us a lot more flexibility when we're coming off the line here. Of course, we've got this cavalry which will just move to the back here. Of course, it's not fully replenished, but that doesn't mean it won't be any less valuable than a full, because we are up against 2 full stacks of German units, German armies, particularly one with loaded with grenadiers here, which will give us a little bit of a problem. And also this one again does have 12-pounders, 24-pounder howitzers, and a 12-pound howitzer, and a 6-pounder here as well. So this army is a little bit more deadly in terms of its artillery capacity, but again, we do outnumber them considerably here. Almost 10,000 troops, or 9,000 troops here against just under 4,000 here. or just over 4,000, I beg your pardon, my maths are a little bit wonky. But as you can see, if we can at least give these a sound thrashing here, and also bring in those reinforcements we need here, we can finally sort of free up Denmark and bring this army group to where it is meant to be, and that is right on the border there of Hanover, just within stone's throw of Berlin. And that really is the absolute key here. That is why we're doing what we're doing here, pushing on here, this anti-partisan operation, bringing all of these buildings, all of these towns that have been raided. We've even had to go house to house clearing some of these towns. That's how brutal the fighting has been here. We will not yield, my friends. And also, of course, we've got that operation happening in Russia as well. We've got an army group heading for the Don, but the Don is protected by a very, very potent force there. So we're going to have to go headlong in there, brute force, absolutely heading headlong into that. But we shall not yield, we shall not back away, my friends. One of the things we are not is cowards. And to that end, my friend, let's begin possibly the 3rd or 4th Battle of Denmark. We have to clear it here, or at least significantly damage the German forces, so that when we run them down, they can be run through, and then we can replenish those armies, that army group, and move it up to the border. That is the absolute key to this particular episode here, my friend. That is really what we're aiming for here. Step by step, bit by bit, we're beginning to wear down that German war machine. It may seem that we are, we're taking our time here, and we are definitely far from absolutely eradicating the German threat here to our territories. But bit by bit, you can just start to see us, the scales sort of tipping slightly in our favour. Now, we mustn't become complacent. We must not become complacent, because that will spell our doom. That will spell our doom. Any noise in the background, my friends, you can hear, you can probably tell who that is. Of course, my dog, who is, of course, always looking for attention. Right, so let's have a look at our situation here. We do have a fairly decent deployment here, and we are actually, I believe, looking down into this valley. Now, it is at a valley here we're firing into. I believe we have, yeah, we do definitely have the hill, the advantage here. The topography here is in our favour, so we have to, if we set our troops up well here, we could do a huge amount of damage here, but we have to be wary. Remember those reinforcements coming in, we mustn't be caught off. So to that end, I think what we will do is we'll pull in 4 regiments of cavalry here. Now, many of you said, Mallow, do not engage other cavalry regiments in diamond formation. Diamond formation is strictly for infantry regiments. I take absolutely on board, my friends, what you've said there, so that's what we'll be doing. We're going to be holding back 2 regiments here, 4 regiments here in defence. I think it's really important we do that. We're going to send out 2 regiments here in attack formation. So we will keep them in square formation until such time as we don't need them here. Right, let's just get these infantry regiments into proper position here. Let's get ourselves organised here. Remember, organisation is absolutely key here. It really is. Now, there's our artillery battery here. We're going to put them quite far forward. That means they will come under significant fire straight away here. Now, our range is, oh, look at that, it's all look at that. I wonder if we move it into quicklime, we still cover a good chunk of the deployment zone, so they're not going to get away with everything here. I think we can do ourselves some decent service here if we do switch to quicklime. We might just push them a little bit forward here, just to give us that extra depth, that extra breadth as well. Now, do we use maybe 2 regiments to foray forth here, sally forth as it were? Put the general just here, on this sort of slope here, this incline. Perfect. And this, actually, we do need a general here, so don't forget, my friends, I will be naming generals as well, but when we start a episode with a battle, I don't usually name generals then. It's when we have that sort of quiet lull in the fighting, then we will see them being named. I promise you, it will be generals. We've got some magnificent generals in this campaign, we really do. Wonderful. Right, we've got these gentlemen here, these are hidden, but we're going to be up front and centre here. We're not going to be hiding away from the Germans here. We're going to show them. We are going to stare them clear in the eye here. 57th Regiment has been with us a long time, the 57th. It has seen fighting already on the Eastern Front. Was transferred to the Scandinavian front as we fought in Sweden, and now here it is once again in Denmark, fighting further deeper into Scandinavia. We're just going to start angling. Remember, we've got to keep a firm eye on here on reinforcements. Will the reinforcements coming in at a certain angle against us here? That's why we've got the cavalry ready to strike here. I think we will use these 2 regiments here just to protect ourselves. We have to set up a firm defensive front here. Gentlemen, now it looks like the topography here has gone against us, as you can see. To make do what we can here. Look at that there. It looks like, yeah, that's why. You've got this sort of slight cut here, this slight sort of cut in the sort of what this would be a hillock. So actually we might put another regiment far up here. We don't know which way they're going to come in, but we have to be absolutely on the ball here. If we can provoke the German response to come to us, that would definitely suit our needs. Now we have got these cavalry regiments here sat in a sort of a defensive formation. We've got these 2 as well moving up. What we might do is shift these 2 regiments here with the cavalry. We've got that mobility. We've got to push the German forces, you know, into sort of a box. We've got to try and mould and harass and harangue the Germans into the trap we've set here. As you can see off in the distance there, way off in the distance there, my friends, is the town that we are fighting for. No, I don't think Denmark is anywhere to be seen here. But Denmark would be way off in the distance if we could actually see it. I don't think we can. No, Denmark is not here, I don't believe. Unless it's over there somewhere, but that could just be trees. No, I don't think we can see Denmark. Denmark's a little bit... not Denmark, I beg your pardon. I don't think we can see... we can't see it there. No, the capital, it's not there. But let's begin. Let's begin this fight, my friends. Now, where are their reinforcements? Oh, the guns have already opened up. Yes, sir. Right, we're going to try now and push. Got dragoons here moving on this left flank. Let's see if we can set a trap for them, shall we? Oh, gentlemen. I salute you, sir. I salute you. Look at that. Absolutely eviscerated. Now, we've got to keep an eye on where the reinforcements are coming in. Now look, it's actually these shots are actually firing into the hill. The hill is actually protecting us here. This incline is actually protecting us here. That is wonderful to see. It really is. Can we draw these dragoons out, gentlemen? Please, this is not a stroll to go and have a Sunday brunch. Move, gentlemen. Now we do possibly be able to get our angles right here. We could be able to push them into where we want them to be. It's going to require a little bit of... As you can see, this incline here is actually helping us. It's bouncing off the... Move these horse back. We don't lose any cavalry for no reason at all. Gentlemen, we shall move the general back here. We don't want the general to die from any rogue shots. Oh, general, oh, what a wonderful sight. That is absolutely exemplary shooting here. We're going to try and take this hill here. This will give us... We're going to stand guard here. Look at this, we've absolutely obliterated this. And the incline here, this has absolutely worked in our favour. We're going to lose a few men here. Let's not be under any illusions. We will lose a few men here, but the sort of the way the land is laying here, the shots are bouncing off, ricocheting off the front of the land here on this incline. if we can take these cavalry to pieces here, they would be suit us absolutely magnificently. But again, we must remain composed here. We don't want these gentlemen to be too exhausted by the time they get there, so we're just going to gently walk them in place. Oh, look at that. We need to take out this artillery as best we can. This regiment here is losing a few extra men here now. Taking a fierce beating here, we really are here now. This regiment is starting to feel the pressure here now. Must maintain our discipline here, gentlemen. If we can roll these up here, it would be an absolute joy to see, it really would. Come on, gentlemen, get firing here. Sir, well done. Steady, lads, steady now. We gained the hill here without any interruption, without any interference. It's good to see. Gotta maintain our composure here. Is that a reinforcement coming in there? Indeed it is, sir. So that's where the reinforcements are coming in, from this flank here. Got to maintain our discipline. Look at that, down to 192 men here. They've taken a fierce pounding here. But if they can hold... Right, we're going to move ourselves forward here. There's movement here, there's movement here. Well shot, sir. Well shot. If they think for 1 second they've been moving around here, look at that. In position here, well done, lads. Well done. If we can remove this regiment here. Come on, gentlemen, for goodness sake. How does it take you to reload here? That's more like it, lad. Gentlemen, please, if you would, thank you. Come on, gentlemen, keep that fire going here. Oh, if we can catch this here as well. Oh, what a shot, lads. Oh my word, that is a magnificent shot there. Square formation, lads. Prepare, brace for impact. We could draw off an entire regiment here. We could absolutely break this sort of right, this left flank here, there, right. Oh, well in, lads, well in. Come on, let's kill these dragoons once and for all, please, gentlemen. Comes another lot, here comes the rest. They're going to throw everything they can at us here now. They've got 24 pounders coming in. We've just got to hold our own here. Gentlemen, square formation, what the blazes is this? Gentlemen, please. Here they come. They want to stand there. We're drawing all their reinforcements away here. That's the spirit, lads. Don't you dare. Tighten that square. Right, let's reinforce this flank down here. Oh, wonderful to see. We've got cavalry moving in. Look at the damage we've done here. This absolutely magnificent fighting here. This regiment here is held out against all the odds. Let's finish this. Let's finish this, lads. Don't you break. Don't you break. They're broken. Dragoons are tough. Rid ourselves of these fiends here now, sir. What a look at this charge. These gentlemen have fought absolutely with valor here. You think you can fight against US power, sir? Now we move the angles here. We're going to adjust our angle here, and we're going to go into diamond formation, ready to sit and take on. Wait a minute, what the blazes is going on here? Right, we're going to have the general sat here. General Ali. Don't you waver, sir. before those grenadiers. Move it, lads. Yes. Oh my word, what a shot. Don't let them survive, lads. Oh, they've buckled and broken it. Mind you, they've done magnificently well. Oh my word, look at that. Actually, let's adjust our fire here. Well, let's lead them into the lines. Lead them into the lines here. Gentlemen, you were giving an order, and I expect that order to be carried out. And reinforcements are coming, so we can actually lead them into a nice trap here. Let's see how we fare against this. We've effectively broken up this left, our left, their right flank. They're shattered. Come on. Finish them off. And we can lead these gentlemen into an absolute ambush here. They've broken. With that in mind, look at that, we've led them into a real ambush here. Oh, well done, sir. Led into an ambush here. Readjust your fire. Lads. My compliments to the chef, sir. Look at that, all of our artillery gone. Oh, we're gonna get absolutely butchered here. Just gotta hold our ground here. We have absolutely disrupted this entire flank here. 6th Regiment, I don't think so, sir. That was a crafty move right there. Oh, my compliments to the chef, sir. We did what we needed to do there, but we've disrupted this terrifically here. Far. Oh, they serve their country well. Oh, look at that. Oh, actually, we shall serve the grenadiers with food. Oh, what a shot there. Well done, sir. Right. Let's deal with this artillery that's loitering about here. Now we've cleared this, our right flank, their left flank. We've managed to draw them all over here. They've just been pulled all over the place here. That's exactly what we needed to do. We've still got an army in very good shape here. We're going to now clear up the remainder of this sort of mess here. Got 300 militia moving in here. And if we can just deal... Oh, look at that. That's a huge amount of militia coming in here. Got to clear up the rest of this. Oh, if we move them into action here. Absolutely obliterated. Right, let's get ourselves into some kind of order here. Let's fall back. Oh, more regiments here coming in. Now, which I think they're hitting us on this flank here pretty hard, aren't they? So we're actually going to pull this regiment of horse over here. Oh, we've broken them. Look at this. They're going to try and outflank us here by look at that. They're moving forward here now. More dragoons. That's why we've got to set up our defensive force here. A gentleman. Thank you, General Lewis. Luckily, we went into square formation. Oh, what a shot! This line infantry has been absolutely obliterated here. Here they come, there's dragoons. Prepare yourselves, gentlemen. Prepare yourselves. Don't let them in. And as I thought. Cowards to a turn. A lot of militia coming in here. That's more dragoon, more regiments of horse here. And yet they still stand here, sir. God, they're not winning slightly. Stand ready, lads, stand ready. wonderful shot there, sir. It's a joy to see. It is an absolute joy to see, sir. And they're still holding out here. This regiment is absolutely fought exemplary well here. Oh, what a shot! Remove these grenadiers once and for all. It's going to be a massive fight here. They've buckled. Not more cavalry coming in. This is absolutely ridiculous here. Oh well, some wonderful shooting here. Cannonage. Some wonderful cannon fire. Come on, get rid of them. Shatter them now, lads. They're shattered. Pull out. Get out. Oh, they've broken as well. Have at you, sir. Broken here. What the blazes just happened there? Reform the line! Where the heck are they getting all this cavalry from? Lads, hold! I believe the order was to hold, gentlemen. Goodness me, this has descended into an absolute rampage here. And so we shall have our day, sir, in the sun. Actually, onto the 12-pounders. Remove all artillery, please, gentlemen. Can we finally clear Denmark here? Oh, what a shot. Man the barricades! What a fight here. Of course. At you, sir. Come on now, lads. Yes, the general lies dead. What a fight this has been. What a wonderful fight here. Shattered all along the line. What a wonderful, oh, what a fight that was, my friends. That was a wonderful fight there. Absolutely a wonderful fight. That really does put us absolutely in a marvellous position here. We lost 1,000, look at that, they lost 3,007, they got 497 men left in Denmark. Let's have a look at the statistics. Regiment of Horse, look at that. What a wonderful sight. And look at this, look at the experience. Real battle-hardened veterans out. You fiends, sir. We shall chase them down here. Look at that, they've had to cross over into here to retreat. We shall not give them a second moment to retreat here, to gain their wits. As you can see, it takes a while for us to bring out. Oh, look at that! And we shall die, sir. We shall cast her into the sea. Yes, what a wonderful, wonderful fight that was.
Yes, sir. And forward.
And actually what we are going to do is we're going to move up into Schleswig here, just to guard this from any further intrusions and incursions, shall I say. Move to here. And we are going to replenish and repair these, gentlemen. We have 9,000 in reserve, and it shall be used to bring these gentlemen up to full strength. Ready for that thrust into Berlin.
Ready and awaiting order.
Now, this army did take a savage beating here. Oh, that took a real beating, that army there, but it has still stood the test here. Look at that. 2,000 repair that there, and how about this here? 6,000 to get that global trade company up and running here. But it can be done. And here, this port here, we'll need 7,000 to repair that naval hospital. Absolutely unbelievable. It's going to cost us an absolute fortune to get this Denmark back up to where it should be. But we have achieved our main aim here, which is to remove and clear Denmark. Ah. We have this army here now, growing in strength here. We're going to put another general in here as well. Oh, look at that. -1 to morale. Rumours of cowardice. How dare you, sir. confident, General. And let's have a quick survey here of what else is happening. Look at this here around Warsaw. They're already throwing in a huge amount of forces, but it's not as potent here. Look at this. We've also got Gdansk here. Gdansk is under our control, under our protection here. We're starting to really push on now. We've moved more forces into Warsaw here to really hold it down. We've put a brand new garrison in here as well. But they've got another army group which has forced their way in here. We've got this army here as well of Sigismund Schwartz. Trying to draw, look at all these Austrian armies as well. They're trying to really push in here, but this is the area where we really are going to have to bludgeon our way in here. We're up against another army group here and a small strike force. Let's have a quick look at what's here. Mostly militia, a lot of artillery. 12 pounders, what do we have here? And again, mostly militia. There's a lot of militia here, so in other words, they're using these forces to hold open here, the Don Bridge here, the Don opening. A lot of material, a lot of men, a lot of materials, a lot of artillery, a lot of heavy guns travel through this region here. You know, from Astrakhan up here in Bashkira, Kazan, all the arms and that flows, especially through here, especially through Astrakhan here. It flows from Cherkassk here, from the Don. If we can take this, we would take a massive region off them. We really would. This would open up a whole different area here. That is what we're going to do here. As you can see, we also blocked off the Black Sea. This small sort of harbour, as it were, here on the Don sort of coastline here. We've put in quite the powerful naval force here, as you can see. It's a mixture of the troop transports, but we've had to use here, we've used Moria here as our sort of staging area. We are upgrading this here to a commercial basin. This is the only US sort of base within the Mediterranean is here in Patras, which we managed to take a while back. As you can see, garrisoned by a strong force, enough here to defend Moria should it come under sustained assault. Got the Greeks here. We've got, look at that, they've still got a tremendous amount of territory here. Now we are at war with the Ottomans. Ideally we would like to take possibly here Istanbul and Ankara. That would give us, especially Istanbul, that would really give us a real thorn in the side here to the Germans. But if you notice, there's no German armies here anymore because they've had to move all of them up here to try and support this assault. As you can see, all these forces here are moving up from the south, try and assault Warsaw. What have we got coming in next turn? Let's have a look. 43,000 there. Our Indian route has been severely hit here. Okay, Republic, and it's going up here by up to nearly 80%, which is good to see. Our policies, we've got high tax levels here. We might lower that here to try and bring... Hang on. Yeah, of course that's going to hurt there. But what's our tax level there? 38,000. I think we'll lower the tax here because I think it's probably best in our best interest if we lower the tax. Because now we've pushed out the Germans from Denmark. That really does open up a whole brand new possibilities here for us. We're actually going to move this force here. We're going to have a very powerful strike force here moving into Hanover. We're probably going to clear Hanover first. Completely take Hanover and bring this under our control so we link Denmark and Hanover as a whole. Now we've got our spy here who's going to keep a firm eye on what's going on here. Of course we've got Spain here in Cologne. Spain control of massive portion here of Western Europe. But we're not going to concern ourselves with that. We are at peace with Spain, but we are going to take Hanover as soon as possible. That's going to then be able for us to squeeze hard here by using this army group here, and bring in this army group and another army into position here. We're going to take Hanover, then we're going to move the army group from Gdansk, move it to the border of West Prussia, and we're going to squeeze Berlin hard here. They will be able to bring in a substantial number of troops here from Dresden, particularly two quite potent forces here of the Austrians, as you can see here. Grenzers. They've got a lot of heavy cav as well, which does pose some threat to us. But that won't put us off. We are steadily moving into an operation where we're going to squeeze and take Berlin, but it'll still be a few years off yet. We've still got to put right what is the damage they've done here in Denmark to bring not only the economic benefit to ourselves, but also to make sure that behind us, we're not going to be bamboozled by anything behind us here. We can bring Cuxhaven into our fold here, another global trading company. It'll free up the ports here of Lübeck for further advancement, and also here in Husum. And if we can take Berlin, what a dagger in the heart that would be to the German Empire. And if we can move into here, I think that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to drive into here now. Or can we do that? We can't do that just yet,
Ready and awaiting orders.
because we don't have all the forces ready to do that just yet. Research is done here. Have we got everything we can possibly do here? I believe we have. That's a tremendous amount there of trade coming in. Russia's got a massive amount, but the main fear is Russia joining the war. If we attack here, it might drag Russia into a war in defence of their German allies. Let's end the turn here. We've got Spain, which is also, we could have destroyed Spain, but they've actually grown even more powerful now. What about back here in the homeland here? Everything is okay here at the moment. Everything is under firm control. We did have a few Afghan units and fleets roaming around here trying to assault Cuba. And we've also just stopped Britain being able to move into... Actually, they're still in our territories here. Ideally, we should cancel... Oh, look at that. Sweden are unfriendly with us. Let's see if we can get some trade with them. Clearly not. United Provinces are friendly. I wonder if we can get some trade with them. No? Okay. Spain are hostile with us, which is fine. Right, let's end the turn. This will be the last turn, my friends. I know it's not as long as normal, my friends, but we have had a terrific battle here. It does set up quite the fight coming here now. And as you can see, Britain is still substantially well equipped here to attack us. So we've got to be very careful here. We don't lose out here to any Britain overstepping the mark. That's what we're trying to really reinforce all the major towns here against any possible British attack against us here. Ah, Britain. United Provinces. Oh. I'm afraid not, sir, but the rest is acceptable. No, I do not jest, sir. Don't raid our lines there, thank you. France, I don't understand why France aren't moving their forces back to retake it from Spain, which they could quite comfortably do with the amount of forces they got here. Still not sure why they haven't. Germany. Looks like they're reinforcing Berlin here substantially. This is why we have to break into Berlin. But it is drawing a tremendous amount of troops away from the Eastern Front. If we could take Hanover, it'll put so much pressure on the Germans. So much pressure on them. Moving more forces in. Those Austrian forces move as well. So they're starting to pull in more forces in here to try and hit Austria. Warsaw, should I say, in Austria. I'm getting confused here with Austria and Germany because we've got so many enemies against us here in this one region. And we have managed to reinforce Warsaw substantially here. Oh yeah, they're moving in. Now, that's what I mean, my friends. From them moving up forces from the south here, we have to do something about this sort of Balkan holdings here the Germans have. They're using the Balkans as well to be able to just keep pumping units in and out here. Look at this. Prussia. Germans, look at that, they still got a huge amount of troops moving into the area here. But they haven't pushed Warsaw just yet. I know that some of you suggested that we maybe give Warsaw to the British to be able to free up, but we will only do that if Warsaw is on the verge of collapse. That way then that would free up all the armies around Warsaw to be able to attack elsewhere, but this really is an absolute stupendous fight here, my friends. Looks like Austria are not daring to move in here, but are they going to reinforce Hanover? That is the question. If they don't reinforce Hanover, then once we've got these armies here, this army group plus reinforcements in position and reinforced, we are going to move out and attack Hanover. As suspected, they've probably got wind here of what might be coming our way, or they're coming their way. Because we've cleared Denmark now. If we do attack Berlin, we've got the possibility of Austrian forces being drawn into the defence of Berlin. A substantial amount of German forces have been moved in and around Berlin. They probably can see what's coming. They can probably see the shape of the battlefield changing here, where we're moving, pushing from the north downwards into the south, from Denmark down into Hanover, and potentially from Gdansk moving westward against Berlin. So it's a possibility they're going to be using the forces around Berlin to sort of dig in and wait for that assault. Now if that happens, we're going to have to literally really just absolutely go in full pelt, ram ourselves into the door there, kicking the door in, but it's going to take a full-on assault here to do that. A head-on assault. It's going to be brutal. The casualty rates will be staggering, because he will not give up Berlin without a fight, and that fight will be brutal. So that operation has to be planned very, very carefully here, meticulously indeed. As you can see, the sheer number of forces here on displays. That's why Germany's taken so long to do what it needs to do, because of the sheer amount of forces that are on the Eastern Front, the Western Front, in the north, in Russian, what was ex-Russian territory, which is now, of course, German territory there in the Don. And look at that, they're reinforcing Hanover. They know what's coming. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have they just given us the opportunity we need there?
Enemy sails spotted!
Oh, it's...
All hands on deck!
There it is, my friends. There it is. That is a tremendous amount of forces. Where the blazes are they getting those forces from? Oh, good grief. That is as scary as it comes. So it's 1, 2... So it's that one. Ah, right, I've got it. They've sent these in. What a fight this is going to be here. This is going to be a fight. Got General Death. Got General Matt Schwalbe. And indeed General Jamie here, all itching to go here. But their reserves aren't as powerful as you might imagine. A lot of militia, a lot of artillery, though, as with all German armies are absolutely packed to the rafters with artillery. That is probably the most scariest component they have. Everything else can be managed properly if the defence is mounted right here. And we've got enough cavalry, we've got grenadiers just to add that backbone here. We've also brought in 2nd Continental Light Dragoons and indeed Lee's Legion. We've also got 3 regiments of cavalry, horse. We've got 4 artillery, plenty of infantry as well. We've got a good complement here as well. Plenty of cavalry here, which could offset their cavalry. They don't have as much cavalry as us. This is probably... Yeah, actually we've got a lot more cavalry than they do. That could be in our favour, especially tracking down and hunting down this artillery. They've only got 2 in this initial force that attacked us, but if we can take this fight here... Now they outnumber us by a significant amount. I mean, that's nearly 15,000 here against 9,000. You know, we almost, you know, it's double, nearly approaching double ours, nearly 2-to-1 odds here, but we are not going to retreat. We're going to take this fight. It will be a massive gamble on our part, but if we can do a lot of damage to these armies here, if we can hold here against what will be a pretty brutal onslaught, because they are going to throw absolutely everything they can at us here, but we're going to go on a highly defensive formation here, using our cavalry in defence as well. We might just send out possibly Lee's Legion here to track down their artillery, but it's where we're going to be attacked from the behind here by probably this strike force here. The rest are probably coming in from a frontal assault, but we're going to take this fight. But that is for next episode, my friends. The Battle of the Don begins. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. I can promise you many more battles, but this really is a quite important battle. This will gauge where we stand in Russia. Remember, we can't reinforce these armies because we simply do not have the facilities in the area. The nearest American base is in Patras, and that is hundreds of miles away from where we are now. So these men are pretty much on their own. That is that is what we knew was going to happen when we launched this attack into Russian territory, which is now German territory. We knew this was going to happen, but my word, they've come for us all guns blazing here. And this is where most of their troops are coming from. This is the main problem we've had to try and cut off here. If we can do this, we'll have put a massive hole, a massive dent in German reinforcing here to the western and eastern front. Hope you enjoyed this, my friends. If you have, please comment, like and subscribe. Please keep your comments coming down below. As always, my friends, absolutely fantastic comments have been absolutely wonderful. They really have. And the support for the faction vote has been absolutely mind-blowing. It really has. Thank you for all your comments on the voting page, and also for all your comments in the actual video itself. I promise I'm going to reply to all the comments tomorrow, which is Sunday. I'd like to thank all of you, my friends, for all your wonderful help, wonderful advice, and your amazing support. But I'm going to, I need to know: are we going to stand and fight? Are we going to retreat, or are we going to, just stand and fight and take the fight to the Germans and see what damage we can do here to them? Your advice, as always, my friends, was always very, very important. But I hope you're having a great weekend. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.